Well, I guess we get that music again. Let me override that. Actually, I never put in a button for overriding that. Let me sort that out later. Fnurbles. Yeah, enough of that. Right, everybody's getting a second bite of the squirreling and the scampering. Welcome in again. Apparently, OBS still occasionally has encoding issues, which is highly annoying. I really wish I knew what was causing that, because it's so... It doesn't happen regularly. So, welcome back to all the people checking in. Welcome back to all of those who stuck around for the minute or so that it took me to get this a restart. Congratulations, we're going to have a two-piece VOD for today. Yay. OBS, why must you do this to me? Don't say that, Feg. I don't want to deal with multiple fnurblings. Not my fault. It happened after you started humming a bad tune. Yes, a certain tune. Yes. I was going to look up that one. What was it? It was Bad Squirrel, Bad Squirrel, Bad Squirrel, Bad Squirrel. He scurries through the treetops, the fluffiness gremlin. He's seeking all the nuts you hid away from him. He needs you to cause mayhem, and now so let us all begin. A bit of chaos, dodge off by once. Madness would be nice, of course. Bad horse, squirrel. I'm trying to sing the Bad Horse version. Oh well. Yep. Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. So, of course, I remember far too much of that tune. do. Yeah, we're only like 3 verses short there, though, Kel. Oh, and Stream Elements has worked out. I'm live again. Woohoo! I need some of the dark oak logs. And I'm fairly sure I've got some planks as well. So, yeah, I know. Probably means we just need to work out how to make the rest of those verses. Actually, it's not just... So, if I remember rightly, there were actually 3 versions of that song. Maybe only 2. Because they had several instances of it throughout that series. For those who don't know what that one's from, it's from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, done by Joss Whedon. During that No, it wasn't. It was during the writer's strike, I believe, when quite a few places were just like, well, we're not allowed to do much. It's either that or it was the Screen Actors Guild. One of the two. But basically, people were not getting involved in film, TV, yada. And so, other things appeared. Like strange web TV series, such as Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. And by strange, I mean it. That one really was weird. But it had Neil Patrick Harris, Felicia Day, and... oh, yep, there's the clip for it. And oh dang it! What's the name for the guy from who was Nathan Fillion? Thank you, Taryn. I remembered it just as you typed it, so I'm glad that we're obviously sharing the brain cell there. Let's do a bit here. And then we... Oh, I'm out of mossy cobblestone. That's not helpful. If only my shulker monster wasn't all the way over on the other half of this area. You don't know if you want to be sharing the brain cell when your first go-to was Castle and not Firefly. I mean, wasn't Castle basically just Firefly, where he didn't want to let go of Nathan Fillion when he didn't want to let go of Firefly? He turned up as the guy from Firefly so many times, ain't it? And thank you for joining the scurry again, Sin Lily. I seem to remember there was a Halloween episode of Castle where he basically dressed up as Captain Mal, and his daughter was like, Space Cowboys again? That was so 5 years ago. Apparently it's not dark enough to get rid of the rain. Nathan Fillion seems to be one of those people who's perfectly happy to take the mick out of himself. How have you been allowed to stay here 109 times? Oh, you must need to up your nonsense. Gonna need some liquid nitrogen for that burn. Wow. And it burns, 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 that liquid nitrogen. No. I suspect I should... Is this a... No, it's not. Oh, well. It didn't matter. Boing. Ritsu, I reject one thing out of that statement. Under what circumstances would you consider that anything to do with me normal? Really? Really? Stare into my nose. Stare into my nose. There it is. Stare into the beard. Stare into his beard. You know you want to. Huh? At least it's not through his tootsies. I have the tootsies as well. Stare through the tootsies. Why is there a hole in the world? I'm not going to ask that one. Like I said, I reject any situation in which I might, under any possibility, be considered normal. Not right. I'm not normal. Well, for values of. Ooh, it's getting dark. I can probably get rid of the rain now. Nope, still can't get rid of the rain. Why? Why won't you let me sleep? I want rid of the rain. Rain, rain, go away. Scotsman's brain ain't here today. Minecraft just providing me with more holes. Yep. Yeah. I can't think where I'm finding monsters that I'm not allowed to sleep near. I'm looking at you, chat. Speaking of liquid nitrogen, have you heard the story about nitrogen gas blowing up? Of course you haven't. It's quite inert. Dang it, my brain is not braining. I was hoping for an end, too. Oh. God. Why are we getting chemistry jokes? That was a stretch. Mm-hmm. It was something, that's for sure. Great, now I sound like that. You're literally a chemist. You can't expect me not to make chemistry jokes. Yeah, okay. I can see some logic in that statement. Cooldowns ruining a perfectly good joke. Right. That's whoops, missing bits. We would never ever shoot you with a bow and arrow blast. Honestly, you've got this persecution complex. Okay, actually, most of us would. I just wanted to actually believe me if I said that. The answer was none of us. None of it. Small Inuit town. None of it. I feel like I need another one there. I'm gonna put that in there. Wait, didn't you murder them with a bow last stream? You're completely innocent too. Just came out of nowhere and shot you. Made a very good yard sale. Yes, yes. Boing, 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 boing. Can't help but carry stuff on you. Well, I mean, if you're gonna carry stuff, you're gonna turn into a yard sale. I don't think there's much we can say beyond that. Except for the fact that I apparently need some of that to finish off that wall. You see, that looks like a fairly solid wall now. I'm quite happy with the way that's going. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. Just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. I know what I'm looking for. Do I have dripstone? Gina G tribute album next. No. Great. I've got dripstone block. If I've got dripstone, it'll be in one of the misc chests. Fnurbles. Why do I not have dripstone? Meow. Dagnabbit. Keep that up and it'll throw you to the Swedish chef. Meanwhile, for those who might be interested, we have a Sylvian. Well, I don't have one of those. Oh, I'm going to try and catch that. You don't think Fnurbles stole my dripstone? Probably not. It's a rare. According to the Frauke Information Service, you will want to catch this. Boing. Boing. Whoop. Overshot. I apparently found myself behind the portal. Here we find Scotsman taking part in a behind-the-scenes film, also known as Behind the Portal. We're not quite sure what it's a film about, but it is definitely beyond the portal. Now, one thing I am aware of is I've not done any of the Nether this week. So I will probably be spending a couple of days in the Nether next week instead. Much to my chagrin. This is also where I will announce there is now a confirmed change to my weekly schedule. For fun purposes, we will be moving Idiotic Inc. Or perhaps you should use the trident. For fun purposes, we will be moving our weekly visit to Idiotic Inc. to a Friday, so we can end the week with chaos. And for other fun chaos... Which bit? Welcome to IKEA. If you mean the other bit that was... Have you not seen IKEA? All of my shulkers of... Oh, the basement place. That doesn't exist. Cough. The basement place doesn't exist. I don't think that's ever actually been explained on stream. It's basically where I mine out materials and run things like Netherwart farm. Hey, Cyber, how you doing? Yeah. Now, there are a couple of areas on the server I don't think I've ever actually fully explained, because they're areas that I have just I mean, there are places that I have mined out between streams just to acquire materials, because that tuff don't come from nowhere. And I use a lot of tuff. So there are occasional weekends where I just go down into a mine and search for tuff. I love the fact that I did all of that just for 2 pieces of dripstone. All of that wandering back to IKEA. Bing. It's tough to find. It's not tough to find. You just have to dig in a straight line somewhere down around Y levels that are ridiculous. No, it wasn't decorated nicely. That was tinkering. There are other elements in all sorts of places. No. The one that may happen is I might also be... Yeah, I tinker. I tinker a lot. How else do you think this world exists? Boink, boink, boink. But there is one thing I will also say. While I do have a creative mode solo world that is effectively an offline server, or an offline world of this place, I only use that for redstone. I don't actually test out my builds anywhere. as will probably be blatantly obvious by the fact that I spend hours upon hours in streams taking things apart because I built them one block to the left from where they should be. Yeah, and Kel's right. I can't help myself. I'm habitually incapable of making a build that I'm not happy with. I'm going to want that block back. It's like a disease. Every time I build something, I have to overcomplicate it and add all the fiddly little flurbles until it's so overly complicated that it's a standard build. Look after yourself, Blast, and I hope things start to become a little bit more stable. Although if they're involving me in any way, shape, or form, I'm not stable, so that's nothing new. All the twiddly little bits. Cat has now inserted herself between me and the keyboard. That sounds about right, Taran. Stable here. I have stables. I have several stables. They've all got horses in. Probably need to build another one or two. I don't have a stable on this island. I need to build a stable on this island. Whoop. Beep. My stables are full of things trying to kill me. That's just the Ravagers. They're only cranky when it's past their feeding time. You're 3k from your first Gordon. Woohoo! Nearly there. Hey, Raven. Welcome in. And before we go, it's a 390 extreme streak. So it's Ekin, I suppose. Yeah, it's not 69, so it's Ekin. Ekin Thump. Ecky Thump. Ecky Thump, lad. Wow. Not quite sure where that one came from. And I've gotten off by 1 on. It's always past their feeding time. That's because they don't get to chew on the squirrel. Ahem. Moving on. That's one of those moments of, what did I just say? Hey, Katsune. Interesting game concept. Not sure there's nothing. Yeah, have to wait and see. Oh, okay. Ooh, that reminds me a little bit. Mad, welcome in. I keep seeing trailers and YouTube playthroughs of the Last Caretaker, I think it's called. You're basically a robot in a world where all the everything seems to just be completely decayed, and you're going around the ocean collecting things, materials, and stuff. That looks quite interesting. Might just be me thinking that, but it does look quite interesting. You'll like that. I've seen a lot. Oh, okay. You've seen it, have yet to watch a single bit of it. It looks curious. Curiouser and curiouser. A Caretaker Day, maybe. Not a game I'm thinking of getting, but you never know. It's I need to spend more time playing the games that I should be playing. you know, like the Final Fantasy streams at the weekend, of which there needs to be another. And there will be, for Raven has been very patiently guiding me through remembering what it means to actually be a tank. AKA, I've been getting smacked in the face by all of the mobs. But, no, seriously, Raven has been very patiently reteaching me what it takes to actually, you know, not be terrible at Final Fantasy XIV. Which is harder than most people, as in, it takes a lot to remind me how to not be terrible. So it's harder than most people think, for I am terrible. I need to be smacked in the face. I can help with that. No, Kel, that wasn't. Shush, Raven. I'm trying to build you up here. Which reminds me. Occasionally, Raven will be found at that location. Does it even matter? Yes, because if I'm terrible, even the NPCs can't help me. Well, there's a note for when people to follow. Do absolutely, for Raven is amazing. This is looking a lot nicer now. This is feeling a lot more like it's an actually sort of industrialized zone. Let's go with the word zone. Zone feels right. Really? Really? Not the off by one errors. Not the off by one errors. Even XKCD are tormenting me with the off by one errors. Boing. Boing. Yes, really. Really. I'm running low on basalt here. The worst thing is, I have, like, 17... Actually, what am I up to now? Items, mined... 923,000 netherrack. But more disturbingly, I'm at 75,000 mined basalt. At this point, it's getting to the point where I have nearly mined more basalt than I have deep slate. I have mined more in the nether than I have in the lower levels of the overworld. This is shocking to me, given that I hate the nether. Also, I still love that. Boing, 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 boing. Also, at some point, I really, really need to make the Cherry Picker Memorial Blaze Farm. So we may have to consider that at some point very soon. Actually, surely that should be the Cherry Picker Revenge Blaze Farm. Most of my overworld builds are above ground, so it kind of makes sense. True. This being vanilla means this means pickaxed everything on those blocks, not a machine doing. That's absolutely correct, MJ. Oh, we have a wild sandile. Ooh, that's a rare. I don't think we've seen one of those for a while. This is where Frauke turns up and tells me, no, it's fairly normal. Yeah, there are a lot of things that I have taken TNT to. I will admit to that. Many of the new... yeah, a lot of the nether tunnels have been done with tunnel bore, but that still requires a lot of mining around them. Ancients, welcome in, and forgive me, I'm about to take a quick nap. Welcome, Raiders. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? And how was your Sands of Time? What? Hold on. No. How was your Minecraft stream? Were you playing Sands of Time? A tunnel bore is basically a TNT duper with a redstone flying machine that will slowly move itself forward and destroy everything. Very useful. I feel like I need a pile of boxes here. Ooh, and a piece of candy for Katsune. No, Scott, deal with the... Oh, Fnubbles. Sorry to the raiders who've just arrived straight into an advert break. One of these days. Man of these days. Had an not so great stream. Was a bit overconfident. Got crashed in the Guardian Monument. Despawned your netherite deer. Oh no. Yikes. That's evil. That's evil, Ancients. I'm sorry. At least you're getting your gear back slowly, but Guardian Farms, yeah. The laser fishies are not nice. I do not like laser fishies. Laser fishies hurt. Hopefully you'll be able to actually... I don't have a Guardian Farm. I don't have a Guardian Farm at all. So anyone who's managed to build one, I am very much... yeah, I fully understand. You don't have all of these blocks in chests then, do you? Not all of them. Some of them I have in builds. But, yeah. I have a large amount of materials that I have blown up and not used. Okay, I am happy with the way that that's going. Do I have a decent supply of andesite in my inventory? No, I've used it all. Right, I need more andesite. You wanted sponges. Sponge raiding. Yeah. You've built 3 and helped with 2 others. Elkhorn, you are a certified maniac when it comes to those sorts of farms. Or is that certifiable maniac? Not quite sure which. Can I put that away? No, I can't. Okay. Fine. I'll be like that then. I'll put it in here. And promptly forget about it. Didn't see any Guardian Farms, just a weird floating house. Tomato. I was going to say, you want to see the 900,000 netherstone. Yeah, minus obviously the ones he has in it. I mean, I have... What are we up to? I've got 15 barrels and 34 double chests of... Yeah, I've got close to 40 double chests of netherrack. Blackclad, welcome in. Squirrel Space Force Commander. I hope you're doing well. What did I come back over here for? Andesite. There it is. Yeah, there is a very long pile of double chests in IKEA, which has 143k worth of netherrack in it. Okay, just a tad. I clearly need to up my netherrack collection game. And Blackclad, thank you for the 30 stream streak. I nearly read that as 143,000 stream streak, and I was like, hold on, that doesn't work. I see numbers, my brain gets over the top. Heckin' enter key. Yep. Well, thank you for entering the space, Blackclad. Oh, I actually meant to split the andesite into halves. Oh well. Let's go and turn some of that into... we love having you here, Blackclad. Boing, 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 boing. I forgot to make any andesite stairs. Don't. Oh, that probably lines up nicely because there's a hole up there that needed some support. A hole in need of support? Goodness. 143,000 streams. I'll probably still be building this world, Taran. Got a plan. Once the season on that server ends, you'll get the world download, catch all the Elder Guardians, put them outside facing the monument. Then you will replace the floor blocks and put open nether fungi fence gates and light fires underneath them because you are petty. Oh, I appreciate that pettiness. That sounds awesome. And thank you for the 10 stream streak there, Ancients. Yeah, around here, sometimes sheer brute force, ridiculously over-the-top builds for pettiness are very much appreciated. Yeah, you may have noticed we will go over the top just because we can. I have never gone over the top. Ha! I take it back. I've always gone over. That feels like it's in the wrong place. That should have been here. He would never go over the top. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. But enough about the computers sitting on the floor. Boing, boing, boing. Arr. Now, Scott's new one isn't a potato. That's not on the floor anymore. I'm waiting for a cable to arrive tomorrow so I can plug it in. Of all things, I'm missing a C14 to C13 kettle lead. Because, of course, that would be the one thing that I'm missing. IEC. IEC socket to IEC plug. The kettle lead. The official title of... You follow now. Yeah. The official designation for those is C14 for the socket, C13 for the plug. I apparently spent far too much time understanding regulations and numbers. This is why I'm a solutions architect by role and spend a lot of time making sure that all of the paperwork is in the right order. Because I'm picky in the head. Right, I'm going to put the pointed dripstone in here for a moment. Okay, this is start. I need something more sort of solid out the front here. Come on, let me sleep. Thank you. But this is starting to feel like the sort of cave reinforced structure that I was hoping for. Cave reinforced structure. Yes, some of those words make sense. Have I got any half slabs of stone brick? No, I don't. Let's grab a couple of those and some more stairs. Stone brick half slabs. Let's grab that many. I will admit I don't have a good reason for why there's a hole in the roof yet, but I plan on keeping the hole in the roof. Everyone should have a holy roof sometimes. If it's not a holy roof, how can it be a church? Thought I saw a creeper out the corner of my eye. Gonna get some sleep before your alarm goes off for Phasmo with Solar and Little Red. Look after yourself, Cal, and have a nice nap and sleep and all of that. Thank you for joining us, and see you tomorrow for some time on Idiotic, hopefully. Yay! Have a hole in your roof. Only drips sometimes. Eugh. Sorry about that. Dripping roof is not helpful. Why is this like this? Why is this like this? And I don't mean the streamer. Back in a bit. Look after yourself, Mad. Need to work out what we're doing up there in a minute. Home ownership. Yes, home ownership is one of those things that basically makes you suddenly have both large amounts of debts and not enough money. It's a thing. Oh, I had brick. Whoops. Oh well. Ooh, and we have a Poniard for those who might be interested in trying to catch another Pokemon. I'm just going to go with a basic catch on that. Kind of wish I had some cracked stone brick, but unfortunately, due to the fact that I haven't been cooking up any. Well, yes. That sounds valid as well, Taryn, unfortunately. Right, I would like some half slabs along here. That don't want there. Let's get some stone brick half slabs. Probably a bit of both. No, hold on. Oh, I have some of those. Yeah. Given the number of areas that are rapidly being taken over by Airbnbs, yeah. Could be a bit of both. If I do this, we get it's time to add some randomness. But enough about my brain. Let's also add some stuff to the ceiling. And Poniard was caught by Frauke, who also got some candy. Ooh. And Katsune and Elkhorn. Nicely done, everybody. Oh. And we have a stretch and a hydrate. Heil hydrate. Heil hydrate. And to go with the hydrate, a stretch. Always make sure you have a drink with your Scots gun. Thank you for hanging out during that drink and stretch. Always remember to hydrate, med check, stretch, look after yourselves, and be gremlin. No, don't be gremlin. Unless you had a snack after midnight. Alright. Need to wander off. Have to work up the energy to leave the house for a bit. Look after yourself, Taryn. And have a good one. Thank you for joining us. Actually, that would probably be better as a stair. Boing, boing. So let's turn that into a stair. Instructions unclear, became gremlin. You know what? Round here, that's not unsurprising. Shadow, it's not unsurprising. I feel like that should go into that block, just so that it actually looks like it's socketed. Also, I'm very well aware that apparently RNGesus has decided that we are getting my goodbye way too early this evening. I'm just going to leave it running. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like the feel of this. I feel like I need... Let's put another support beam across here. Well, not like that, obviously. And what I want to do is turn this into a bit more of a rocky outcropping. Do, do, do. Well, who the heck am I? I appear to have... Oh, are we... Oh, right. Get rid of that. appear to have tabs that have suddenly changed in the background. Because of course they have. It's the way of Twitch. You have something that you're following, and things are no longer following. Alright. Let's see. I think, which is usually a bad sign, he's thinking, Aladdin's girl, welcome in. How are you doing this Thursday? I keep saying the name of the day because that's about the only way I'm going to actually remember what day it is. I'm going to put a bit of stone brick into a couple of these. Actually, that would probably be better as a stair. Do I have a stair? Yes, yes I do. Fantastic. I have one of those. Thank you. It's at minus 45. Might just be that track, Raven. Give it a minute. I'm sure we'll have something louder on in a second. You wake up at 5 a.m. with a headache after drinking tequila. Ooh. You see, I have an agreement with tequila. I don't drink it. It doesn't ruin my life. Ninjet! Squirrelkin! Welcome in. That's a bundle. That is not a set of stairs. Coffee cured your headache. Coffee does that sometimes. The rest of the time, it doesn't. Polished slabs would go nicely just there and there. Make it look like we've got a bit of rock with a bit of things. Is it a bundle of stairs? Unfortunately not. Ow. I just face planted my bed. That hurt. No, it's a bundle with a button, a crafting table, a single bucket, a single stick, 2 pieces of Debbie, 1 water bottle, 1 gold ingot, 16 bones, and 2 clocks. For some reason. Oh, no. And just as I have a look at that, food helps. Food does help. In answer to your comment there, Cyber, it's a bundle of chaos. It's not a bundle of stairs. It's a bundle of absolute weirdness. Thank you for the lurk, Ninjet. Fixing dinner. Ooh, lovely. What's dinner? And are you sharing? I did not mean to take out that half slab. Actually, I'm going to put another one there. You have chana masala and rice. Ooh. From Aladdin's Girl, and oven-baked chicken, mac and cheese, and green beans. I'll have the mac and cheese. Maybe even the green beans, but I'll have to pass on the chicken. But that's alright. It's Minecraft. We pass on the chicken, usually by leaving it at somebody else's base. Note, I do not recommend leaving chickens at other people's bases, except for comedy value. Sushi for lunch. Ooh. Just had shepherd's pie. I'm going to be hungry as a result of reading all of this in a minute, and it's my own fault for even being curious. Doop, doop. Oh, that looks better. It looks like it's sort of had some supports put in, and then yeah, we've had a small issue with the ceiling here. Small issue. Yeah. That's what I'm calling it. Boop, doop, 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 doop. had lunch, now thinking about the China buffet down the street. See, well, chat, you're all now hungry. And you know what? I do not apologize for the fact that we're now having a food chat. Shadow Skies, have real shepherds in your shepherd's pie. You can only have field-reared shepherds in your shepherd's pie. If you rear them in captivity, they're no longer shepherds. I don't know. Not quite sure where I was going with that train of thought. You're not hungry, just eternally sleepy. And hungry wasn't even one of the 7 dwarves. Why am I underwater? Also, is there a cave down here? Apparently so. Where does this lead to? Squirrel! Where are we? Where are we? I'm actually curious where this is. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Also, where did that... What? What? That must have been this bit? Huh. So, there are some underground... I'll squirrel you. Well, that sounded more threatening than it intended. Hey, Chris. So apparently there are some subterranean tunnels from over there to over here. To be honest, well, I was keeping an eye on the amount of oxygen I still had left. And I do have my Respiration 3 helmet. Nah. But, yeah, I'm surprised there was an exit down there. I was not expecting that to actually be that's almost an interesting set of hidden underwater tunnels. Wonder if we can use that for something. Got a perfectly good shovel here, Scots. Would you mind using it? I mean, I'm still pondering that it'd be fun to have a Nautilus racetrack buried somewhere on a server in the future. Because, of course, with the Nautilus coming soon on Minecraft in Mounts of Madness. Yes, madness. Go figure. You can swim forever. Because it gives you a whole new lease of life. That's not what I was thinking of doing. And we have a slugma in chat, for those who may be interested in trying to catch a slugma. which apparently isn't me. Oh, hold on. It helps if you finish that section that you were doing, Scots. Well done. I'm underwater again. I should probably do the floor in a second. I thought you said snuggler. I mean, I'm not. We have a snuggler, but they're over in over in Gordonstein. We have a Ravager called Snuggles. Landstrad's like, what? Yep, they're supposed to be living in the Ravager cave, but I never actually got round to repairing that cave and finishing off the build, did I? Aladdin's Girl getting 2 Ultra Cherish Balls from Ritsu, and Ninjet getting a Tapu Fini. My word. Some nice gifts there, Ritsu. I'm trying to remember if I've got any gifts. Hold on, let me have a quick look. I hate it when this thing fails to load. Do I have any of the gifts to trigger? It would be nice if I could. Where's my inventory? Do I have... Oh, look, crikey. 3 presents, 3 rare presents. Oh, well then. Okay. So we've got some more gifts going out here. We've got Ritsu getting... Oh, hold on. Crikey. I've missed a bit here because I was checking something. Slugma escaped. Nobody caught it. Landstrad, there is a snuggler, but is there a tickler who hails from France? No, but it's amazing what you can buy for 90k points. Oh, and the sun's going down. Elkhorn got 2 Premier Balls from Frauke. Raven got 2 Stone Balls from Frauke. Ritsu got a Cherish Ball from Frauke. Mad got an empty disc from Frauke. And we're out of yeah. 3 empty discs going to Landstrad. 3 empty discs going to Cyber. Wow. And Ritsu has decided we get to go and play with the Ravagers. Aha! It's time to go play with the Ravagers. Actually, do I have a chest? Is there enough room in this chest? No, but why are there 2 separate packs of birch shells? Good lord, that chest is a pile of mayhem. Alright. This makes it birthday cake. Well, congratulations on another trip around the sun. And let's go and play with Ravagers. Happy Cake Day. I'm fairly sure I've got some chests in here. I think that'll be enough. Right. Everyone remember the random stuff that was in my inventory is now in this chest. The reason it's all in this chest is so it's easier for me to actually just start another one. Oh, sorry, to pick it all back up later. Right. To the nether. To Gordonstein. For we have a Ravager to recruit. Here's where I hope I have Ravagers available for naming purposes. Oh, Overseer's still unhappy at us. Hi ho, it's through the nether we go. I've just smacked into the portal and now I need to know. Have a snack. In-flight snack. Do not want to hang around if there's a ghast hanging around next to the cathedral. Time for Scots to suffer. Yep. I know where the yakety sax button is. Right. I'm going to bring the camera count over. And take it up through the world. And over to the Ravager racetrack, because this is where we will be bringing our newest Ravager, also known as Cake. Okay. So we have... Ooh. Okay, we're going to be going over to one of these pens. Oh, that's going to be a long chase. Oh, goodness. Because these ones... Hold on. Sorry. Wrong account. These ones haven't been decorated. So I could either decorate it, or we could bring the... we unfortunately don't have any room in this set of stables, but we do have some fully decorated stables down here that are waiting for their Ravagers. So I guess we're going over here. Which means I need to work out what the safest path for bringing a Ravager over to here is. Oh dear. This is going to be interesting. First, however, we need a cake. Ooh, actually, no, first I need to do documentation. Because we do record the Ravagers as well. Wait. Oh, hold on. Yep, there we are. Test subject, cat servant, wood inspector, Ravager recruit of Deja, Ravager recruit of Truck Kun. Yep. Okay. So we have recorded the request and the naming of a new Ravager. Look, would you mind not? Yeah, hello. This is just a warning. Things are going to be dangerous for a few minutes. Yeah, I know. Boing, 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 boing. Ritsu has now tied me for Ravager recruits. You're not supposed to tie up your Ravager recruits. They're supposed to be happy and free in their pens. Right. So we are calling this Cake. First things first, let's go and check to see if we actually have a spare Ravager recruit, or if we're going to have to do this the long way. God, I hope we've got another one. Hello. For those who are not happy with sudden drops, please look away now. Goodbye. Please tell me we have a Ravager. We have one Ravager. I mean, you could get 4. Something tells me I'm going to be spending the rest of this evening in Gordonstein due to the fact that I may need to actually sort out some more recruits. This is the Ravager Recruitment Service. I will sort out some more in a minute. Here we have our emotional support chimkin. Here providing a little bit of additional... Excuse me. Have you had a mint recently? No? Well, have some cake. Let's not do anything with that Ravager yet, other than naming it. It said could, told you we were waiting for additional stable areas. Point. And much appreciated. I mean, we've got a few stables still. Let's see. How do we get over to there, though? That's not going to work. You've got enough for 6. Please take pity on this poor innocent squirrel. I don't have space for 6. Right, I'm going to need to open up the gates. Ooh. Here. That's not going to work. This is not set up for... Are you able to ride a Ravager? No, I'm due to be chased by one. Hey, Luna! Welcome in. You've arrived just as I'm about to put myself through some chaos and mayhem, also known as decked out training. Also known as a Ravager recruitment. Okay. That's not... Where's the entrance to this area? Ah, here it is. Oh, this is going to hurt. I need to bring it all the way through here. I could use tracks. Pfah! Why would I make things easy? Oh, I'm going to have to remove some tracks, though. Yes, they are, Raven. Scott's an idea. Yes, Mad? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm reading things in... I turned them off because I'm only about 30 minutes from the end of stream. And I felt it was probably for the best not to have a raid at this point. Sorry. Thank you for checking. Yeah, it was to make sure that I didn't have a raid just before I wrapped up. I only just booped the button about 2 minutes ago. Okay, so we're going to be going the long way here. Fortunately, I've got a bucket. Okay, time to bring Cake into their forever home. Before I do, is this button off? Yes, it is. That's good. Okay, time to bring Cake to the surface. This sounds so weird. Noted for future reference. Thanks, Raven. I don't... It's one of those... I don't do it very often. Because I never remember to actually stop them. But I do try to actually turn them off before I end stream. Okay, Cake. Cake. Work with me here. I need you not to kill me. You got that? Okay. Let's send Cake to the surface. Cake has reached the surface. We are 15 minutes from a set of ads, so we are perfectly safe. We have a Porygon in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch Pokemon. Hi. Hi. Hello. Do I have your attention? Yes, that's good. Would you like to go into a nice, well-furnished, lovely little stables? I'm going to take that as a yes. Right. I'm going to swap over to this camera account so that you can just about see the entire path that this poor deranged squirrel is going to be chased by a Ravager. God. Unleash the... Whoa! You're a Fastian. Hello. Hi. Oh, no. Yikes. Hi. Whoop. Hello. Come on. Hi. No. Don't get caught on the... Are you... Yeah, no. You're not caught. Come on. Here, cake. Whoa. Come on. No. You can get through there. That's good. I hope I left the doors to your stables open. Don't destroy... no. Ow! I left the front door open, but not the back. Hello. Hi. Welcome to your stables. I need you to stay here for a minute. Thank you. Hi. Hello, cake. Welcome in. And there you are, Ritsu. We have a new Ravager in their pen. And a Heil Hydrate for Jerry May. Hey, Lotus, welcome in. Heil Hydrate. And now that I'm all stressed, a stretch to undo some of that stress. Up we go. And stretch. Yikes. There. There you are, Ritsu. A brand new Ravager has reached their forever home in Castle Goldenstein. Thank you so much for the 90,000 points that you have collected during all of this. Thank you for the lurk there, MJ. Right. So, hi. Hello. We do, however, now have a problem, because we no longer have any Ravagers waiting for recruitment. So I guess we should probably close these gates. Go and arrange some more recruits, just in case. I also need to close the gates, put back the water, put back the rails, and sort out a few things. Right. So, actually, diamond booties. Ooh, we will sort that out then. For those who haven't encountered this, this is what happens when my brain goes, you know, I feel like building something involving Ravagers. This is the Ravager racetrack, where we have 4 well-trained racing Ravagers. Pain, Nidhogg, Frecky, and Roland Ravensburger. as well as their target, Ben Herm. Ben Herm races off down the track in his cart and gets chased by these Ravagers throughout the entire racetrack to eventually reach the opposite end of the track, where occasionally we make it with more than one Ravager, and sometimes even all four. But we do occasionally actually have a winner. You don't remember what level you're on? Let's find out for you, Lotus. But yes, this is what happens when we were having a discussion, and I was like, you know, I wonder what would happen if you had a racetrack for Ravagers. We can put that back in my inventory. Let's go and check what Lotus is up to by way of armor upgrades. Come fly with me, straight through past all the gardens. Oh, hold on. Before I remember to do that, I need to mark that one as complete. Remember suggesting a nitwit, because they're more expendable than your average villager. And that'd be the yes, Inari, absolutely. Of course, nitwits are hard to find. I do not have a nitwit breeder. Right. Lotus is... Where's Lotus? JK Lotus. Here we are. So, Lotus. Squishy is... Yep, if you want booties, then it is diamond booties. I need to go shopping. Because I'm fairly sure I do not have... Well, actually, no, let's check the recruitment center. Do we have any diamond booties set aside for upgrades? You remembered something for once. Lotus wants diamond booty. Meow. Yes. Right. Diamonds. Oh, we actually have diamond boots already. That saves me going to do some shopping. Meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Alright. Oops. Nearly bonked my face into the wall. Lotus is... over here. Squishy. Extra sparkly booty. There you are. Lotus, you now have sparkly boots. Thank you for that upgrade purchase. Not sparkly boing. Sparkly boing. Ooh. Yep. This one. Booties are sparkly. Yes, they are. Oh, and I need to take a quick nap because it's getting dark. Sparkly boing. Only if you get it from the boing region of southern Fnurbles. If it's not from the southern Fnurbles, you cannot call it sparkly boing. Oh no, it's the other way around. Sparkly bling. Ah, well, that too. Yes. Right. They're too close to the pillagers, Jerry May. Unfortunately. Ooh. Hey, Atlas. I apologize. I have not... I know, Atlas. I'm sorry. I've not been out and looked after you recently. I will ride you around a little bit later. Right. Let us head for our Ravager recruitment system. Ow. So, another bit of randomness. Most people build raid farms for so that they can acquire things like totems. I build a raid farm so that I can build Ravagers, so that I can acquire Ravagers. Here we have a Ravager recruitment raid farm. Yes, it's pretty. Because, of course, it's me. It's a me. It's a raid farm. This has to be one of the most over-the-top raid farms imaginable. Did I bring bottles? I think I've got a couple of bottles downstairs. Let's go and check. Right. I also need to check I've got enough mine carts. I did not bring bottles. I brought bottles. I think we'll go for a Bad Omen 5. That feels like it's appropriate. Build a Ravager. What have you done with Luna? Spicy. You're a Bad Omen 5. Yes. Right. Use that. Oh, before we get any further, I need to check the recruitment system. Badoink, 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 doink, doink, badoink, 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 badoink. Okay, that's off, so that's there. And hugs and cuddles are still in their storage area. Okay, that we want to go straight forwards. Didn't say, what have you done? I said, yeah, I'm very much in a, what have you done? Right. We also need to set the receipt station. Boing, 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 boing. Right. You, and you need to be set to that. Excellent. And the emotional support chimkin. Are you ready for some more? For some more patience? Yes. Excellent. Always check that the emotional support chimkin is ready to receive more patience. Need to get out of bed and take meds. Look after yourself, Lotus. And thank you for the points, Redeem. Right. I have no idea what Feg just said. Oh. Ow. Not see that rage coming. Okay.
Rix, my old arch enemy.
Oh, this is the things are big around here. Right. Let's start the raid. And let us work out where the raid is coming from. In 17, 16, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And of course we're going to get an ad in about 5 seconds. I'm going to extend that. And we have a Pokemon in chat. Moon, welcome in. How am I doing? I am doing well. I'm just about to arrange for some the recruitment of some more Ravagers. I've run out. I need more. Right, where's the raid? Come on. You're here somewhere. Where, oh where has my raid gone? Oh, there it is. Oh, are they all under the bridge? Guys, what are you doing over here? Right, we need to wait for this guy to die. And then we're going to have to go and deal with the ones that have decided to hide under the bridge. I've given them new homes in a I've given them new homes in stables over at the Ravager racetrack, Moon. Or rather, I haven't. People have traded in channel points for them. However, this raid is a little bit finicky. Excuse me, sir. Hi. I need you to... hi. Okay, you're just going to go and deal with the pit. That's useful. That's fine. Oh, you've managed to... Okay, some of you are managing to, Wow, rude. He just walked straight past me. Not a care in the world. Doesn't even want to be shot at or killed. Fine. Where's the rest? I bet one of them's stuck underneath, stuck in the, oh, there's one. Ah, there he is. Ravager racetrack. Yes. I think we're going to be running long today. I will show the Ravager racetrack in a minute. Oh. Look after yourself, Moon. Oh, he's just fallen into the pit, so I can just go straight back. But yeah, look after yourself, Moon. Functional? What, Scots? Or the racetrack? Right. Right. Okay. Our second section of raid is now triggering. Let's hope it doesn't trigger under the bridge again. I think the answer to that is... neither. Okay. Second round of raid has come in from this north direction. Some of them are even going in the right direction. Some of them are confused and heading off over there. Where are you going? Hi. Sir. Sir. Where are you going? Okay, they seem to have figured out the direction they're going in now. Would you mind all heading into that barn and leaping into a pit, please? Yep. Yep. And another one. Fantastic. Just keep leaping into the pit. That's another one. Just you two more. Come on. Into the pit. Oh, no, don't sit. Oh, I need him. Fnurbles. We're collecting them for the racetrack, Blacklad. In case people decide to trade in for them. Unfortunately, we haven't even reached the point where... Ouch. We haven't even reached the point where the Ravagers are spawning yet. because we have to get through the bits of the raid which are just the other bits. Come on. Look, you two. Thank you. While those two jump into a pit, I can get back to the safety zone. See, this is what happens. Occasionally you do something silly where you actually need to collect Ravagers. So, for those who are wondering, what happens is everything except for the Ravagers falls into the pit. Down here, along here, and then falls into this pit. The Ravagers, however, can flow quite safely across this pit and then be collected in minecarts and taken outside of the raid radius, at which point they're no longer considered part of the raid, and we can consider them solidly acquired. Hey, our first Ravager has arrived. We thank you for your recruitment. Would you mind not destroying the trees, though? I thought I'd sorted the trees out so you wouldn't chew on them. Oh well. Excuse me. Highways to the... Yep. And a Ravager's ass just pushed them into the pit. Ha ha. Right. We now have our first recruit. Hello. Thank you. Oop, just a small amount of damage. And he should exit. If I'm right, I think, yep, he's left the raid area and is now neatly held here waiting for me to move him on. But since we're now waiting, now we've triggered the next section of raid, we've got to wait for that to die. Because if we have too much leave the raid area, then everything dies. Excellent. We've got witches dying. And that one dies. Sir, do you mind jumping into the pit now? Thank you. Exactly. Right. This raid section should come with another Ravager or two. Or not. Oh no, it does. It's got a Ravager. And for the ones where they're arriving with a rider, the roof of the tunnel is just short enough that the rider gets suffocated in the ceiling, whilst the Ravager completely ignores it and carries on. This is Fnurble News, providing biased news depending on how we feel. Today's news: a Ravager's booty defends local villager. More at 11. Yes, I can see you looking at the camera. Hi. I pity the poor person on the back of this Ravager. He's about to have a very bad day. There we are. He dies in the roof. Oh, you did not just push somebody past the pit. Oh, you... Hi. Thank you. Right, I'm going to have you sit here. Imagine taming a Ravager. I would love to. I really would. Right. We currently have a Ravager in the holding area. What we need to do is send this Ravager on over to meet up with the emotional support chimkin. Ah. Nearly got too close. Excellent. Thank you for joining us. You go in there. And now we can collect our second Ravager. The raid has been maintained because the Ravager is still there, and the camera count is keeping it loaded. And apparently we've got an ad starting soon because I run out of snoozes. Oh no, I've still got one. Whoops. I would love to tame a Ravager, though. They would be really useful to tame. Right. Hi. Bye. Our Ravager should now head off to a nice, peaceful area in the holding zone. Yep. Which means we have another raid wave turning up now. And I think this one will have 2 Ravagers. Oh, or not. It will just have a... Oh, no, it does have a Ravager. Crikey, they must have spawned right on top of me. Whoops. That Ravager's butt is getting in the way again. Hi. Hi. Hello. Sir. Would you mind not getting compressed by the arse of a Ravager? There we are. Right, now we have 1 remaining, and we need to go and recruit that Ravager. The reason I hold them here is otherwise they might despawn due to the rail network being too long. Well, they might get stuck. Don't kink shame. Eh, true. What you want to do with the backside of a Ravager is your choice. Alright. We now have 2 Ravagers rating for the emotional support Chimkin's services. We've got another one waiting. Let's get that one out of the raid zone. It's all fine amongst consenting pixels. Exactly. I should probably sleep because it's getting dark due to the rain. Don't want to have things like a passing creeper blow up my pit. Come on. I'd like to sleep. I'd like to get rid of the rain. I'd also like not to have creepers spawning and falling into the pit with the Ravagers. Fine. Be like that. This is what happens. No. Occasionally, the game just decides to torment me. Go on. Like the fact that I've put down a bed right next to a bed. Can't sleep now. There's a raid going on. Not right now. Actually, there is no more raid. That has completed the raid. And we have a Pokemon in chat that is an event Pokemon. But, yep, we got Hero of the Village 5 out of that, and 3 Ravagers. From a raid like that, you can get anywhere between 3 and 5 Ravagers, depending on the waves that it decides to give you. Really rather fun. And we'll send you along so that you can... That seemed like a short set. Yeah, that felt like a short raid. Apparently it took pity on us. Which is convenient because we've reached the end of stream nigh on. There we are. All 3 Ravagers dealing with the emotional support Chimkin. Hello. And the emotional support Chimkin has laid an egg. Hi. Hello. And lots... Ooh, Inari caught a shiny there. Nicely done, Inari. And quite a lot of other people caught the that Pokemon. Alright. Let's see. Shall we do a quick Ravager race? Since we've been here and since we've got a few people who've never seen this, shall we do a quick Ravager race? They only take a couple of minutes. Okay. Ravagers! At your... Whoops, this isn't the door. I should close these doors. Why are these doors open? Ravagers! Start your trumping. Ben Herm, ready. Ravagers, ready. You guys ready? Yep. I'll use the camera count for this. Doop, 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 doop. And Ben Herm is off, and so are the Ravagers. But we try not to comment about the stone. The smell, even. Whoop. Have we lost a Ravager already? No, they're all going, I think. I feel like we've lost... No, all 4 Ravagers round the first corner. Ben Herm still on the race track. Yep. Back straight, slows down a bit. And here we go around the second corner. 2 Ravagers, 3 Ravagers, all 4 Ravagers have made it round the second corner. Dun, 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 dun. Coming up on the third corner, here we are. Slowing down for the third corner, and... Oh, I think we've... No, all 4 Ravagers have made it round the third corner. Still going strong into the final corner. Are we going to make it? Yeah, looks like all 4 Ravagers have made it through the final corner. Ben Herm is on the final straight. Let's see who gets through the finishing line first. It's nearly a neck and neck dead heat, with 4th place going to Pain. I think it was a close run thing, but I'm fairly sure that Frecky got it first. Roland Ravenberger got it second, and Nidhogg came third. And that is what a Ravager race looks like. This is what happens when I get very, very confused and decide to build something silly. This took weeks to decorate. Heil Hydrate. Might need to check the replay. Yeah, it was a very close run thing. Heil Hydrate. And to go with the hydrate, we have a stretch as well. Oh. Yeah. Right. Pretty's time. You thought Nidhogg won. Ooh, controversial. We might need to go to the final replay there. I will admit, I wasn't sure who won. It was a close run thing from 3 of them. Really? I will take the judge's opinion and award this to Nidhogg then. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the pretties of the racetrack. And, of course, Castle Goldenstein up on the hill. That hill needs decorating. I admit it needs a lot of decorating. But then this end of Castle Goldenstein hasn't been finished. And for those wondering, this in the background here, this is my other raid farm. This is the raid farm that is for actually doing raid farm things. Because, of course, why have one raid farm when you can have 2? So this is the other one. That one doesn't collect Ravagers. That one just kills them. That one's where I get all of my party poppers from. Right. Nope, that's the redstone. What I am going to do is quickly jump over the hill. Have I played Baldur's Gate? A little. Well, Baldur's Gate 3. Not very much, and I'm not very good at it. Right, we need to get back to... Oh, and my many, many ominous banners. Yeah, I need a lot of ominous banners for that, for the Goldenstein Castle, though. Right, we need to get back to... Actually, I'll use this bypass. Whee! Where we were actually building today. Hey, Overseer. Nether tunnels. Yes, we can use them. Right. And over here, if we go out through the wall, we have what we've been building today, though. Ah, wrong one. So we have the build we've been working on today in Pretty's mode. Yeah, I know, I pressed the wrong button. I think FF is just as valid. So we did quite a lot of prettification of this cave today. I think that's looking pretty nice. And looking a lot more solid, which is actually what I was aiming for. This actually now feels more like an actually built-out cave, which, given that we got sidetracked for the last 30 minutes, 40 minutes of stream, is entirely not bad. And overall, the base is starting to look really good. And that gives us a small area over here that we can actually put in some more detailing later. Because next week we'll be back in the Nether. Because we need to do some more work on that. But we will be putting in a couple of boats in this dock. Or a boat in this dock. And I do like the way that that looks. So, at that point, however, it is time for me to wrap up and say thank you, Blaze Farm. Oh, yes. I will have to have a... I'll have to work out how to do the Cherry Picker Revenge Blaze Farm. Cherry Picker's Revenge. So, I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time of 2.5 hours previously to now. And a honey farm. Ooh, I need to work out that. I've got so many things I need to build. Tomorrow we will be on Idiotic Inc. Because as I mentioned, we're moving Idiotic Inc. to Fridays for the chaos end to the week. Because, hey, great fun doing that. Scope isn't going to creep itself. Not at all. Wherever would we find scope creep in a universe like this? I'd like for my mouse to work. Come on. Wake up. That's the problem. Don't use the mouse on that computer for most of stream, and suddenly when I need it, it's sitting there going, meh. So, let's see. I need to work out a fun person for us to go and raid out to. Because I'm scope creep, I'm a weirdo. Apologies to Tom York. Kim is doing stone block. Ooh. Is that Kim of Kim and Jax? Why am I not following them? Somehow I'm not following them. Right, Stone Block it is. Stone Block 4. Ooh, I forgot they'd released that recently. You know what? That feels like a good place for us to go to. So, let me set up that raid. And I will set up a raid message. Just in case. And apparently I need to follow them so that I can find them. You want to try it, but not now for reasons... That's perfectly understandable, Black Lad. Right. Where are they? Now that I... You'd think that since I just pressed that button, they would be on my following list. There they are. Kim and Jax. So... As I say, everyone take care of yourselves. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5-ish hours previously to now. Actually, it's 2 hours 45 at this point. And I hope everyone has a good time. So I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. And I hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.